Hezbut Tawheed, an Islamic group who speak of Islam, speak of the Quran and Hadith. But the surprising thing is that the members of this Islamic organization are repeatedly attacked by Islamic extremist groups in Bangladesh.
জানাজা ছাড়াই দাফন দিয়ে দিবে মাথার মোল্লা 5 লক্ষ টাকা ঘোষণা দিলাম
এই দাজ্জালটাকে কথন করা প্রত্যেকটা মানুষের ফরজ হয়ে গেছে
5 members of this movement have already died in the attack of the extremists. Recently, the leaders of Hezbut Tawheed protested against this attack and demanded security from the government.
আমার বাড়ি ঘর জ্বালিয়ে দিল, আমার ভাই মত হত্যা করলো, একটা করোনার বিচার হয় নাই। আমার নামে অপপ্রচার চালিয়ে আজকে আমাকে হত্যা করার হুমকি দিচ্ছে হাজার হাজার। আমি কোথাও আজকে হাঁটতে পারছি না, চলতে পারছি না। জঙ্গিবাদ সন্ত্রাসবাদের বিরুদ্ধে কাজ করা এটাই আমার অপরাধ, এটাই আমি পুরস্কার পাচ্ছি এখন। তবে জাতির কল্যাণে কে কাজ করবে?
It is said that 90% of the population of Bangladesh are Muslims. But the question is, why are the members of an Islamic movement in a Muslim majority country being attacked like this? Watch the video till the end to know the answer. Hezbut Tawheed movement was established in 1995. The founder is Mr. Mohammad Bayezid Khan Panni, a descendant of the traditional Panni family of Bangladesh. The members of Hezbut Tawheed called him the leader of the time. Research books and the theories written by Mr. Panni created a great star in Bangladesh. He is perhaps the first Islamic scholar who dared to criticize in various anomalies un-Islamic and irrational practices of the ulama class in the Muslim world. In his books on the history of Islam and in the light of irrefutable sources, he has presented evidence that there was no separate group called ulama in the early days of Islam. So there is no place for priesthood in Islam. In addition, he strongly mentioned in his writings that the money earned by the ulama class in exchange for religious activities is prohibited in Islam. As a result, the ulama class of Bangladesh became furious with him and his movement. Mr. Panni taught his followers that Islam is only what Allah and his messenger say. What others say is not Islam. Many fatwas, religious rulings have been made by our ulama class and introduced into Islam, but they are not laws given by Allah. For example, today, women are prevented from entering the mosque by the ulama class. Moreover, in many countries of the world, in the name of Islamic Sharia, girls are forbidden to go out of the house to study, work, etc. Girls are forced to cover their faces. These are the laws made by ulama. Allah has not given any such law in the Holy Quran. The members of Hezbut Tawheed ignore the fatwas of the ulama and participate in the organization's activities and meetings regardless of men and women. Both men and women come to pray at Hezbut Tawheed Mosque, and for this reason, the ulama class of Bangladesh became angry with the Hezbut Tawheed movement.
Hezbut Tawheed aga gora kafir.
আর স্পষ্ট ভাষায় আজকের ভিডিওতে ঘোষণা দিতেছি, এই ভণ্ড সেলিম ওর মাথার মূল্য আমি 5 লক্ষ টাকা ঘোষণা দিলাম। ওর কল্লা আলাদা করে ওর মাথাটা যদি কেউ আমাকে এনে দিতে পারে আমি 5 লক্ষ টাকা দেব।
The main reason for the dispute between the ulama class of Bangladesh and Hezbut Tawheed is that the members of Hezbut Tawheed do not respect the authority of the ulama class. The members of Hezbut Tawheed say loudly, no matter how big a scholar, Pir, Allama, Mufti, Maulana, Muhaddis, Mufassir. His words are not Islam. Islam is what Allah said and what Allah's messenger did. Hezbut Tawheed wants to practice Islam according to the Quran of Allah and the Sunnah of Rasulullah principles and practices. They are not willing to accept anyone else as the authority of Islam. This is what the ulama class of Bangladesh considers a threat to them. The founder of Hezbut Tawheed, the leader of the time, Mr. Mohammad Bayezid Khan Panni, passed away in 2012. Soon after the departure of the founder, Mr. Hussain Mohammad Selim, an accomplished resident of Noakhali, a southern district of Bangladesh, took over as the highest leader of the organization. After that, the activities of the movement became more dynamic and extensive through thousands of gatherings, public meetings, seminars, street meetings, etc. Hezbut Tawheed reaches the people of all levels of the country. Mr. Selim's strong voice started to create a stir across the country. Hezbut Tawheed's progressive and contemporary speech continues to attract thousands of people. However, the Imam of Hezbut Tawheed, Mr. Hussain Mohammad Selim, has given a speech across the country. There has become a spontaneous response from the public. This is what worries the heads of various fanatic Islamic groups in Bangladesh. Fearing to lose the exclusive reliance of the people, this group of extremists in Bangladesh started spreading lies in the name of Hezbut Tawheed in various congregations. They started spreading some statements in the name of Hezbut Tawheed which are not the message of Hezbut Tawheed. Even publicly in front of thousands of people and through social media, they continued to make provocative statements ordering attacks on the members of Hezbut Tawheed. The members of Hezbut Tawheed were attacked in different districts across the country due to their incitement, persuasion and instruction. Among these attacks, the most brutal and barbaric attack took place in 2016 at the house of Hezbut Tawheed Imam Mr. Selim. There, 2 members of Hezbut Tawheed were slaughtered by the terrorists who were instigated by extremist ulamas. The trial of that murder has not been done even today. Then, in 2022, extremist terrorists attacked the office of Hezbut Tawheed in Pabna, Bangladesh and hacked to date a member named Sujan Mandal. Even that attack has not been given a fair trial to date. The question may come, why is the government not taking action on these issues? Needless to say, the radical ulama class of Bangladesh is associated with various Islamic, political and madrasa-based organizations. The big secular parties of Bangladesh patronize and favor this large ulama class because these groups control a big vote bank. So, Hezbut Tawheed thinks that the government is condoning the anti-state sectarian extremist activities of these ulama groups for fear of losing political advantage, not bringing them strictly under the law, which is driving the country and the people towards a terrible situation. Finally, the question is, how long will this situation last? It is now clear that Hezbut Tawheed wants the unity of the nation and the extremists want division. Hezbut Tawheed wants the implementation of the correct teaching of Islam. The extremists want the implementation of the Taliban laws. Hezbut Tawheed wants peace. Extremists want terror. Hezbut Tawheed wants women liberation. Extremists want women's imprisonment. Hezbut Tawheed wants a non-communal state. Extremists want communal riots. Hezbut Tawheed wants the practice of healthy culture and the extremists want the end of music, painting, drama and movies. Hezbut Tawheed wants people's freedom of speech, expression of opinion and the extremists want fear and repression. Hezbut Tawheed wants human rights. Extremists wants brutality. Hezbut Tawheed wants a balanced way. Extremists want bigotry. Hezbut Tawheed wants construction. Extremists wants destruction. Now, only time will tell whether Bangladesh can overcome this transitional period or there were bigger troubles ahead. Will Bangladesh surrender to extremist groups or crush all the threats of extremist groups and move forward with the torch of peace to guide mankind?